get started and spin the big wheel of birth. Ready? Let's do it. We're hitting all the hits here that has to do with labor. Today we got vomiting. Vomiting. So vomiting, vomiting isn't a surprise for someone heading into labor, because often a lot of people experience vomiting and nausea in their first trimester. So sometimes we see this revisit at the end of our journey to a new baby, and sometimes people vomit in labor. So there's a couple things to know about vomiting in labor. First of all, if you are vomiting a lot, say you're laboring at home and you just can't keep anything down, you're vomiting a lot, it's a concern that you should definitely let your care provider know. Give them a call, let them know that, how much you've been vomiting, how often, because what it can lead to is dehydration. And we did cover on a earlier video about how important hydration is in labor, and I will put a little link up to that video. But hydration is so important. So if you find that you're vomiting over and over again in labor, it's definitely something that your care provider needs to know about. Second thing is, during that final phase of labor, that transition is usually the time that we see an increase in vomiting. And we also covered transition, which I'll have a link to that video too. Transition is that final phase of opening of the cervix from 8 centimeters to 10 centimeters. And one of the classic things that happen during that time is vomiting. Shaking and vomiting is common, I would say. The other thing that I've just found, and this has not been researched, this is really just the experience of a doula, is that if you are someone who vomits easily in life, raise your hand if you're someone who vomits easily. So like you get sick to your stomach easily with a cold or not feeling well and you vomit. It seems to me like those people have more of a tendency to vomit in labor. So just keep that in mind. If you're someone who seems to vomit a lot, you might vomit in labor. When you are heading to your birthing location, heading to the hospital birth center, I really recommend just grabbing a baggie or something that you can vomit into for the car ride, just in case. I also recommend a towel in case your water has not broken. And just, you never know. A bag and a towel is a good thing to have. So vomiting can happen. It's more of a concern if you're vomiting a lot and you're not able to keep your fluids in, could lead to dehydration. And then the time in labor that we more often see vomiting is really that final phase of labor. And sometimes it can be a good sign, like, oh, your contractions are close together, you're shaking, contractions are intense, you're vomiting. Hey, we might be in transition, could be close to pushing. So you can always look at it in a positive light as well. Thanks for joining me at the Big Wheel of Birth today. If you're enjoying the Big Wheel of Birth, why not subscribe to the channel? That way you'll be notified when the next one comes out. And I love comments. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you vomited in labor, or if you are wondering if you'll vomit in labor, or anything about vomit. Yeah, just add it to the comments. I want to hear about it. Bye.